Have you ever been peacefully asleep only to be ripped out of your rest by a sharp stabbing pain shooting through your calf? It feels like a knife twisting deep into your muscle. You sit up, clutching your leg, waiting for the agony to pass, only to lie back down and get hit with another cramp just minutes later. For millions of adults over 50, this isn't a one-time thing. It happens night after night, turning rest into a source of anxiety. And while it's easy to blame age, most leg cramps don't just come with the years, they come with habits imbalances and small things we overlook. Even worse, many doctors prescribe pills like quinine, which may cause side effects or interactions. But the good news, you're not stuck with this. There's a better way forward. You don't have to live with the fear of waking up in pain. In this video, you're going to learn 5 simple proven techniques to stop those painful nighttime leg cramps without relying on medication. These are practical strategies based on how your muscles and nerves actually function, and they're safe, natural, and easy to start tonight. Best of all, they're not gimmicks or guesswork. Each one has helped countless people over 50 get real relief and better sleep. And here's a bonus you'll want to stay until the very end, because the last method we share is backed by a major 2020 study and could be the game changer you've been waiting for. Let's get started and take the first step toward more restful nights and stronger legs. Tip number 1. Use pillows to support your legs while sleeping. It might sound too simple to matter, but how your legs are positioned while you sleep plays a critical role in whether or not you experience painful cramps during the night. We often assume that the body just shuts down while we sleep, but in reality, muscles remain engaged, especially if your sleeping posture forces them to stay tense or misaligned for long periods. This hidden tension can build up over hours, only to explode into a painful spasm just as you're drifting into deep rest. Think about it: when you sleep on your back with your legs fully extended, your calves and hamstrings are in a position of prolonged stretch. It may seem neutral, but for aging muscles that are less flexible, this can lead to overstretching or imbalance. On the flip side, if you sleep on your side and your legs are crossed or twisted, your hips, knees, and thighs may be misaligned, forcing the muscles to pull in unnatural ways. The solution: use strategically placed pillows to support your legs and promote better alignment. If you're a side sleeper, try placing a medium-thick pillow between your knees. This keeps your hips stacked properly and prevents your top leg from sliding forward or twisting your lower spine. That small adjustment can significantly reduce stress on your hips and legs. If you're a back sleeper, place a soft pillow under your knees. This slight bend relaxes the tension on your lower back while also easing the pull on your calves and hamstrings. Some people also benefit from placing a rolled towel or small pillow under their ankles to lift the heels off the bed slightly. This helps prevent tight Achilles tendons and allows blood flow to move more freely around the lower legs, further reducing the chance of spasms. The beauty of this technique is that it's non-invasive, costs nothing if you already have extra pillows, and requires no learning curve. You just need to experiment with what feels most natural and supportive for your body. And once you find the right arrangement, your muscles will begin to rest more deeply, instead of reacting protectively with cramps. In fact, many people notice improvements within just 3 or 4 nights. Some report fewer cramps, while others say they sleep longer without waking up to stretch or rub aching legs. And here's an added bonus. The same pillow positions that prevent cramps often help ease lower back stiffness and even hip pain issues that commonly affect people over 50. If you want to take it a step further, consider using a body pillow or a contour leg pillow specifically designed to maintain joint alignment. These are especially helpful if you tend to toss and turn at night. They hold their shape better than traditional pillows and can stay in place while you sleep. So the next time you get ready for bed, don't just fluff your pillow for your head. Think about your legs too. Give them the support they deserve. It might be the simplest change you ever make, but it could be the one that lets you sleep peacefully without waking up in pain. Try it tonight and see what a difference a single pillow can make. Tip number 2. Apply magnesium oil or cream before bed. If you're waking up night after night with painful cramps in your legs, there's a good chance your body is missing something, and that something might be magnesium. While most people are aware of the role calcium plays in bone health, magnesium tends to fly under the radar. But in reality, magnesium is absolutely essential for your muscles to relax properly. Without enough of it, your muscles stay tight, your nerves misfire, and those painful spasms become far more likely. As we age, our ability to absorb magnesium from the foods we eat naturally declines. Add in factors like poor diet, digestive issues, or certain medications, and it's no wonder that nearly 60% of adults over 50 may be deficient without even realizing it. Symptoms of magnesium deficiency aren't limited to just cramps. Either they can include fatigue, restlessness, irritability, difficulty sleeping, and even mood swings. While magnesium supplements can help, they aren't always well absorbed. In fact, studies show that only about 30% of oral magnesium is absorbed by the body, and higher doses can lead to digestive upset, including diarrhea. That's where topical magnesium in the form of oils, sprays, or creams offers a gentle, targeted alternative. When applied directly to the skin, magnesium bypasses your digestive system and enters the bloodstream through your pores and hair follicles. It goes straight to the tissues that need it most, like your calves, hamstrings, or feet. Using magnesium topically is easy and safe. Before bed, apply a small amount about the size of a quarter to the areas where you usually cramp. Gently massage it in for about 30 seconds. This not only promotes absorption, but also physically relaxes the muscles, further easing tension and setting you up for a more restful night. For those with sensitive skin, start with a diluted formula or follow the application with a light layer of unscented lotion to reduce tingling. Another reason this method is so effective is because it supports your nighttime recovery process. Magnesium doesn't just stop cramps, it helps regulate the nervous system and supports deeper sleep. That's a double win for anyone who wakes up feeling sore, anxious, or tired. People who use magnesium oil regularly often report that not only do their cramps improve, but their sleep becomes more stable and less interrupted overall. If you're wondering whether you might be magnesium deficient, ask yourself these questions. Do you experience frequent cramps in the legs, shoulders, or back? Do you feel more anxious than usual? Do you have difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep? If you answered yes to one or more of these, magnesium may very well be part of the missing puzzle. Of course, consistency is key. Don't expect a miracle overnight. But if you stick with it daily, applying magnesium oil every night for 2 to 3 weeks, many people begin to see real, lasting improvement. For an added boost, pair this routine with magnesium-rich foods like spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans, or even a warm magnesium salt bath once or twice a week. So before you reach for another pill, try reaching for a natural solution that works with your body, not against it. Magnesium has been around forever, quietly doing its job behind the scenes. Give it the spotlight for a few weeks, and your legs might just thank you with peaceful, cramp-free nights. Tip number 3. Don't cut out salt completely. We've all heard the warnings about salt. Too much can raise blood pressure, put stress on the heart, and increase the risk of stroke. For people over 50, doctors often recommend cutting back on sodium, and that's valid advice in many cases. But there's a growing problem in the effort to be heart healthy. Many people go too far, removing salt almost entirely from their diets, and in doing so, they may be creating a perfect storm for nighttime leg cramps. The truth is, sodium is not the enemy. It's an essential electrolyte that your body needs to function properly. Sodium helps regulate fluid levels, control nerve impulses, and most importantly, support muscle contraction and relaxation. When sodium levels fall too low, the communication between your brain and muscles becomes disrupted. That's when those misfires occur, the sudden sharp cramps that wake you from sleep or leave you limping during the day. For seniors especially, this becomes more complicated. As we age, our kidneys and hormonal systems don't regulate sodium as efficiently. Combine that with certain medications like diuretics, water pills, blood pressure meds, or treatments for heart conditions, and sodium can get flushed out of your body faster than it should. Add in summer heat, increased sweating, or a high water intake without electrolyte balance, and it's easy to fall into a low sodium state without knowing it. So, how do you know if you've cut back too much? If you're eating a very clean diet, mostly whole foods with little to no processed content, you might not be getting the 500 to 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day that your body actually needs. According to the American Heart Association, 500 milligrams is the bare minimum for maintaining proper body function. That's about a quarter teaspoon of salt. To be clear, no one is saying you should load up on chips or canned soup. Those ultra-processed foods are overloaded with sodium and offer little nutritional value. But completely eliminating salt from home-cooked meals or refusing to season vegetables, grains, or lean proteins can swing the pendulum too far in the other direction. Here's what you can do instead. 1. Use high-quality salt in moderation. Sea salt and Himalayan pink salt contain trace minerals that may support electrolyte balance. Just a pinch can make a difference. 2. Add small amounts during cooking, especially in meals that involve muscle-supporting ingredients like leafy greens, sweet potatoes, or lean meats. 3. Monitor your hydration habits. If you're drinking a lot of water daily, especially during exercise or in hot weather, be sure to replenish lost sodium. Even adding a dash of salt to your lemon water or sipping on a light homemade electrolyte drink can help. 4. Watch for symptoms. If you feel dizzy, weak, foggy-headed, or are getting frequent cramps despite doing everything else right, low sodium may be a factor. It's worth asking your doctor to review your diet and medications for potential imbalances. If you have high blood pressure or kidney issues, don't make changes without speaking to your healthcare provider. But if you're otherwise healthy and eating a low-sodium diet, try adding just a little back. Many people report that when they reintroduce salt carefully, just enough to meet baseline needs, their leg cramps decrease in frequency and intensity. Sometimes it's not about doing more, it's about doing things in balance. Your body needs salt, not a mountain of it, but not a drought either. Tip number 4. Time. Your water intake. The smart way. Staying hydrated is one of the most repeated health tips out there, especially for preventing muscle cramps. But here's something most people don't realize: when and how you drink your water may be just as important as how much you drink. And if you're waking up in the middle of the night with sharp leg cramps, the timing of your hydration could be playing a major role. Drinking too much water late in the day can dilute critical minerals in your system, particularly sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium. These minerals, known as electrolytes, are essential for proper muscle function. They help conduct the electrical signals that tell your muscles when to contract and when to relax. When those signals are thrown off either from too little hydration or too much plain water, you're more likely to experience misfiring nerves and painful cramping. This is especially important for older adults. As we age, our thirst mechanism weakens. That means we're more prone to either underhydrating or overcompensating. Some people go all day without much fluid, then try to catch up by drinking several glasses of water before bed. That may seem like a good idea, but it can lead to a double problem: frequent trips to the bathroom at night and a higher risk of nocturnal leg cramps due to electrolyte imbalance. The better approach: hydrate slowly and steadily throughout the day. Start your morning with a glass of water. Add herbal tea, diluted fruit juices, soups, or electrolyte-rich drinks with your meals. Instead of waiting until the evening to hit your hydration target, make small sips a consistent habit, especially between meals or during light physical activity. Also, be mindful of how water interacts with the rest of your diet. If you're eating a low sodium or low potassium diet, or if you've been sweating a lot due to weather or exercise, your electrolyte levels may already be low. In that case, plain water may actually dilute your remaining reserves even further. A better choice might be to add a pinch of sea salt or squeeze of lemon to your water during the day. These small additions can help maintain balance without overwhelming your kidneys or raising your blood pressure, assuming you're otherwise healthy. Here's a smart nighttime rule: cut back on water intake 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. You don't need to be bone dry, but you also don't want to flood your system late at night. If you're thirsty, take small sips. Avoid downing large amounts of water unless you're truly dehydrated from heat or physical activity. This small change can not only reduce your chances of waking up with cramps, it may also help you sleep more soundly through the night. Some people also find it helpful to track their hydration habits alongside their cramp patterns. Using a small notebook or health app, jot down how much fluid you consumed at what times and when cramps occurred. Over time, this data can help you identify the sweet spot, just enough hydration at the right time with the right balance of minerals. To recap, it's not about drinking more, it's about drinking smarter. Timing your water intake correctly while ensuring your electrolytes are in balance is one of the easiest and most effective ways to fight off leg cramps without relying on medications or supplements. So the next time you reach for a glass of water, think not just about quantity, but quality and timing too. Tip number 5, stretch daily, backed by a 2020 study. If you've been searching for a truly powerful way to prevent leg cramps at night, this might be the most effective tip of all. In 2020, researchers studied a group of older adults who regularly experienced nighttime muscle cramps. They divided them into two groups. One followed their usual routines while the other began a simple stretching practice just a few minutes 3 times a day. The results were impressive. Those who stretched consistently experienced a sharp drop in both the frequency and intensity of their cramps, with many becoming nearly cramp-free within just a few weeks. Why does stretching work so well? It helps your muscles stay loose and balanced. As we age, muscles tend to shorten and tighten from daily use and inactivity. This stiffness increases the chances of a misfiring nerve signal that triggers a cramp. Regular stretching retrains your muscles to relax when they should, and over time, it can help reset your body's natural rhythm. You don't need fancy equipment or a lot of time. Here are 3 stretches you can start with. Calf stretch. Stand facing a wall about arm's length away. Place your hands on the wall. Step 1 foot back, keeping it straight heel on the ground. Bend your front knee until you feel a gentle stretch in your back calf. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch legs. Hamstring stretch. Sit on a firm chair's edge. Extend one leg straight with your heel on the floor and toes pointed upward. Sit tall and lean slightly forward from your hips until you feel a stretch along the back of your thigh. Don't round your back. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch. Quad stretch. Lie on your side with your knees stacked. Bend your top leg and gently pull your foot toward your glutes using your hand. If reaching is hard, use a towel or strap around your ankle. Keep your hips aligned and avoid arching your back. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch sides. Try doing these stretches 3 times a day, morning, midday, and evening. Within a week, many people begin noticing fewer cramps. After 4 weeks, the study showed up to a 60% reduction in cramp frequency. That's a major improvement from such a simple habit. To stay consistent, consider tracking your cramps in a notebook. Log when they happen, how intense they feel, and whether they improve over time. It's a small step that can keep you motivated and help you spot what's really working. When you combine this stretch routine with the other tips like using pillows, applying magnesium, balancing your salt and water intake, you're not just treating leg cramps. You're building a solid natural system to protect your muscles and reclaim restful sleep. Now that you've seen 5 natural science-based ways to prevent leg cramps, it's time to take action. But don't feel overwhelmed. You don't need to do everything at once. Start simple. Tonight, choose just one strategy to try. Maybe it's placing a pillow under your knees or doing a single calf stretch before bed. Whatever you pick, be consistent. The key isn't perfection, it's building small habits you can stick with. Then build on that. In a week, add another method. By day 14, you could be practicing a full routine. And by 30 days, many people find they sleep better, move easier, and feel more confident, knowing they're no longer at the mercy of nightly cramps. To keep yourself on track, grab a small notebook or use your phone to log when cramps happen. What you tried that day and what's improving. This simple act of tracking creates awareness, and over time you'll likely see your progress unfold. Here's something worth remembering. Thousands of older adults have used these exact techniques to reclaim restful, pain-free nights. You don't have to accept leg cramps as just part of getting older. You deserve better. These aren't miracle cures, but they are powerful shifts. Small, thoughtful steps done consistently can create real change. Your nights don't have to be a battlefield. They can be a place of recovery, calm, and strength. And the first step, it starts tonight with you and one small choice. If this video gave you something useful, something that made you think I needed to hear that, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, a sibling, or a neighbor who's also been struggling with leg cramps at night. You never know who might be quietly suffering through the same thing, and we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let us know which tip you're going to try first. Is it the magnesium, the stretch routine, or maybe just sipping water a little smarter? Your story might just help someone else feel less alone. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Every week, we bring you simple, science-backed health tips made for real people, especially those of us over 50 who still want to move freely, sleep soundly, and live fully. Your journey to better nights and stronger legs begins with one small step. Let's take it together.